Hey guys, how's it going? This is Jason FPV. I'm Jason. I just wanted to take the opportunity to actually give a quick review of the DJI FPV. I've had the FPV for about 3 months now, have completed about 10 flights with it, and as a beginner I think I could provide valuable feedback for those who are looking to buy this drone that either have never flown a drone before or have only had maybe something simple like the indoor drones, which is what I started with. And when I mean the indoor drones, I mean the little, 3-inch drones or whatever they are, 2-inch drones. And they have basically all automatic flight modes, automatic takeoff, landing. Some of them even have maybe obstacle avoidance, and they're really easy to fly. That's what I started out with, so just flying around in my living room. And as I got more interested in drone flying in general, I started looking into the FPV world and tried to make a decision that was good for me as a beginner, but someone who knew that I wanted to grow with whatever my first purchase was. I took a little bit of a chance and I bought the DJI FPV, having never flown any other quad before. But I will say for me, the experience has been overall very positive. Some key pointers I think I should explain is that I think you can walk into this drone as a beginner and grow with it as long as you respect the drone and respect your abilities and understand your abilities. As long as you take your learning as slow as it needs to be and not try to do things that are above your skill level too quickly, then I think you can have a good time with this drone. Because keep in mind, at least at the time of filming this video, this review, the DJI costs somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,100. And that's if you're going to get a case and some of the accessories and things like that. As you can see, I have the braces on mine, which regardless of what you hear, in my opinion, the braces have already saved my limbs in a crash. The braces were, I think, $20, and it's saved. You can see in one of my first videos, actually, on my channel, I crashed the drone. Thankfully, I had the braces. The brace was actually, it hit so hard, it jolted the brace off a little bit. So I'm thinking that had I not had the braces, I would have lost one of the limbs that day. So if you are going to get this, definitely get the limbs, the braces for the limbs. It saved me. That being said, cost of entry is pretty high. So just be sure this is something you actually want to do. This is not a price you want to pay to figure out if this is something. I've always been a flight enthusiast. I am an Air Force veteran. I worked on F-16s, worked on them, avionics systems, F-16s and CV-22s. I've went through ground school and have flown a few hours in a Cessna 172. I've always just been interested in things that fly, and FPV drone just seemed like to be a natural fit for me. So as a beginner, I can completely recommend the DJI FPV. Everything comes as a kit. Everything is just really solid. I was very impressed with both the range and the seeming lack of latency, in my opinion. I don't get any crackling, in the video. It never fades out. Yesterday, at the time of this shooting, in the video that is attached to this, you'll see I was actually quite far away from the home point, and it was perfect. If anything, in the first half of the video, I was just trying to contend with wind, which I also think that because of its weight and its power, it actually did very well in the wind. The wind was in excess of 10 knots at the time in the first half of the video. The second half of the video is very calm, as you can see. And I was very happy with the performance of this in the wind at long range with obstacles in my view. So there was no cutting out or anything like that. I have the stock antennas. I don't have any of the, aftermarket antennas stock. So I'm completely happy with the range, with the performance, and I have yet to even think about going into manual mode. I am not even thinking about it yet, and I am completely happy and in awe of this drone so far. And just to be clear, my goals as a pilot, I want to do cinematography, so I want to have very confident flight paths and angles, and really bring out subjects. I'm not much into or looking into freestyle or racing type FPV. I'm sure maybe once I get into the manual mode, I may be encouraged to do more acrobatic type stuff, because it does look pretty cool, and I'm sure it's exhilarating to fly, but I like to fly for cinema, and that's my goal. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Again, if you're a beginner and you feel like you do want to be in the drone space, especially FPV, I 100% think this is worth the purchase. Don't listen to the hate on YouTube because it's digital or because it's DJI, whatever. If you feel this might be good for you, try it. And I'm actually thinking about starting to build my own drones. I want to get into analog. I don't have this thing. I have to be digital, I have to be analog. It's so stupid. Get what works for you, get what works, and have fun, because that's the point. So thanks for watching my review, and enjoy the video.